Good morning, guys. Hope you're all doing well. Doug Dundee, legend in his own mind, off on one of his adventures again. Yeah, on my way out today, guys, and today's an exciting day for me. If you remember back, a little bit of a story. If you remember back earlier on this year, well, actually it was last year, late last year, Marlon brought a Jill over called Haley, which I own now, and he didn't have room to breed her at his place, so I offered to keep her at my place and breed her with Spike. After I looked at her, I liked the look of her. I thought, oh, this would be a nice ferret to put to Spike. So anyway, we bred her with Spike. She had the kits at my place. When the kits were a little bit older, Marlon made some room at his place. After he sold a couple of ferrets, he had the room to bring her back, so he took the kits back. And I ended up anyway, the bottom sort of line is, I ended up getting Haley, which is the mother of the kit, and one of the kits out of her and Spike, which is Spike's my buck. And I called it Star. Well, today I'm taking Star out for her first run, so it's an exciting day for me. She's got a lot of potential. She's never seen a burrow, but I like her attitude and her type. How she turned out is, you'll get to see. She's a very, very good ferret conformation wise, and her attitude is fantastic. So I've got a lot of high hopes for her. It's her first day out, so I'm pretty excited to see how she's going to go. She's still very, very young. She's a very late kid. Normally ours are born around about November-ish. So and she was born on the 25th of March this year, so she's still very young. So I'm not expecting, we'll see, wait and see. I actually am expecting. She reminds me a lot of a few kids that I've had over the years, and she looks like she might be a cracker. So I've got high hopes for Star. Really looking forward to seeing her out today. I've also got Haley out today, her mum, and I've also got Maisie, Jess and Tess, Tilly and Storm. So yeah, I'm not going to be doing too much. I just mainly want to go out and have a look at Star. That's the objective. It's a little bit windy today. Sun's shining, but it's a little bit windy for ferreting, really. But tomorrow's going to be another good day, and I'm going out again tomorrow, and I'll have a few of the others. So anyway, just going to shoot out, put her down a few burrows, throw down a few purse nets, and that's going to be about it for the day. But an exciting time, so it's always good when you're trying to improve your line and something comes along and you think, oh geez, that ferret's really strong in the areas where mine are weak in, and you can bring that in. And that was the case with Haley. Now Haley's a pretty good ferret. She's not the perfect ferret. She's got a few weak areas, and she's a bit quirky. I'll just say that. And that you get that with a lot of ferrets. They've got little quirks, different personality, but that's just their personalities. And Haley's no different. She's a savage, but she's strong in the right areas. And I've got a priority list of things that I look for in ferrets, and the top 3 or 4 she's very strong in. So, and that's really all that matters. The rest are just nitpicking, really. But you've got to nitpick if you want to try and produce something that's better than what you've already got. So yeah, that's the story, guys. A star is born today. Let's hope. So we'll see what happens. Catch you when I get there. Alright guys, I've just got here, and on the drive here, the wind was already a little bit windy before I left, but it's really picked up. It's like it's really blowing a gale out here at the moment, so it's actually a lot windier than when I left. So I'm probably not going to be doing a lot. I mean, I'm here now, so I'll put them in a burrow or two, but I'm not going to be doing much. It's really windy. So What's some other news? Yeah, I bought a new GoPro. I haven't started using it yet. I did get some accessories for it to try and cut back on the wind noise and the breathing noise. So I'm still waiting for a few bits and pieces to come to put it all together. So that's coming up as well. There's a bit of a burrow out here. It doesn't hold many. This one here, I might drop a bit. The object today isn't to catch rabbits at all. It's just to have a good look at star. And I did see a couple of burrows sitting on this when I drove up, and I didn't see any on the one that I'm about to do, but every now and again they hold a couple. This used to have a lot of rabbits in this paddock, but not so much anymore, because I've ferreted them, you know, every now and again over the last few years. But there's still a few here, but not a lot. Alright, so I'll go and throw down a few purse nets and drop this. Actually, I might not even net it. See what happens. I'll have a bit of a look. There's not many holes on this burrow. It's a perfect one for a young ferret's first time. I might just drop a few on the few purse nets down here. Alright, get back to you guys. See, it's not that big. It's probably about, I don't know, 10 or 15 holes. And it doesn't normally hold a lot, but yeah, it doesn't look like it's holding many, but it might have one or two in it. Alright, get back to you. Alright, what do I put down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 purse nets I put down. That's what I had in my carry box. Try and get Star out. She's a beautiful ferret, like very, very good conformation. Still very young. Oh, there's Haley. Star. Really nice ferret, mate. There she is, beautiful head on her, big long body, as you can see. Nice long legs, straight as a dice. There she holds her feet, she's straight, dead straight. And she's real chunky, so I really like her. Alright, the first burrow, never seen one before. Let's see what she's got. We'll just let her go. Bit of a sniff. And off she goes. Well, that's a good sign, isn't it? No real hesitation. Just a bit of a sniff and then she went. Right, let's give her a chance, let her work the burrow. There's still a few holes open over here, a couple there. I did buy the new one, the GoPro Hero 10, and a bunch of a new cage and a microphone for it, etc. Haven't started using it, but I'm still waiting on a couple of bits and pieces. Normally I wouldn't have come out today, but I just wanted to have a day. I thought I'll go out today, it's a bit windy, and I'll just have a look at Star. Tomorrow I'll be out again and we'll do a little bit more serious ferreting. When I say serious, it's never serious with me anymore, but I just like to get out in the bush and enjoy myself. But it's hard to enjoy yourself when it's windy like this. And it is winter over here, so the wind's got a little bit of chill in it. It's not too bad, but it's a little bit chillier than I like. So Star's staying down, which is good. It's always a good sign. thought she heard something. There she is. Dot, 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 dot. She's such a beautiful ferret, mate. Big long body, big legs, long in the face, short between the ears. Very, very nice type ferret, mate. Dot, 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 dot. But she's still very, very young. See if she goes back down. Yep, ran back down. Good sign, isn't it? So she's going along all right. It's going to be a lot of fun watching her progress, isn't it? For me it is anyway. Like when you're breeding your ferrets and you've got hopes to try and make the line better, it's always exciting for me when you get the kits and you're trying to improve, to watch them to see if you're on the right track. But I think she'll be good. That's just my guess. Doesn't always work out though, guys. You know, you have your great success stories when you're breeding, but you also have your disappointments. But this look, I just wanted to see how she was going to react, whether she was going to go to ground, etc. And she looks like she's done that. I'll add the other ferrets pretty soon. I just want to give her a chance on her own, the same as I did with Maisie. The difference, and all the rest of the kids, the difference with this burrow is there's probably not a lot in it. There may be one or two, maybe. But this ferret, make no mistake, it's a real savage. Every single dead rabbit that I put in the cage, doesn't matter what portion of the rabbit I put in, she just attacks it and starts shaking it immediately. Like she's got a lot of natural prey drive. Even though I haven't seen her on a rabbit, I've got no hesitation in knowing that she'll attack any rabbit she comes across. She's just that type of ferret. She's got extremely high prey drive, this young kid. As much as any ferret I've gotten, she's never even seen a live one. And you'll see that the first rabbit we catch and she's near it, I'll show you. In that area, she's got prey drive in buckets, mate. She's still a little bit younger than what I normally like to use them, but she's very solid now. She's really the last couple of weeks she's really put on a bit of weight and size. Very, very chunky heart. She's hard already for a young ferret. Very, very nice conformation. Probably the best out of all of the ferrets I've got. This one's probably got the best conformation, in my opinion. You know, people have different likes and dislikes, but for what I like, she's almost perfect. She's a lot like Spike. She's real long in the body, very long in the legs, very straight, long face, short between the ears, and that's how I like them. So Star's doing pretty good, isn't she? She's not showing her head a lot. Let's just give her a chance to start to build her confidence and move through the burrow a little bit more quickly. That's normally what happens. What I'm trying to do is give her an opportunity to wander through the burrows, because she probably won't know what she's doing yet, and to stumble across a live rabbit. That's what I'm waiting for. There's a little bit of fresh digging here. So that looks like a small burrow there, is it? Oh, look at that. Little burrow there. Probably have a bolt hole on it somewhere. Or it may just connect all the way over here. This burrow's got a couple in it, so has that one. Not many, I've seen one or two sitting on it. Oh, that might not It might connect, it might not. Probably not, because it's a fair way over there. So Star's been down about five or 6 minutes. Hasn't showed her head since the last time. Wind doesn't know what it's doing. It's picking up and dropping off. I might actually add another ferret. I'll give her another 5 minutes and I'll add another ferret. There she is, all the way around the front now. Dot, 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 dot. Beautiful. Look how nice she is. What a beautiful ferret. See how long she is in the legs, and back down. So she worked all the way from over here down to the front. Looks a little bit more serious now. So she's not just playing, she's actually moving through the burrow. There she is now. Back down. Soon she goes back down. Yep, back down. So she's working the burrow good now. Alright, we'll drop her down this end. And off she goes. There's an old bottle in there, let's have a look at it. Oh, move. An old beer bottle. Off she goes. She's going alright. So I'm pretty happy with her. I mean, she hasn't bolted anything, but that's only because there's probably not much in there. But her ability to go through the burrows is good. Straight to ground. There she is now, out this side. Back down. Gee, she's going good, mate. Very, very good. A lot of natural instinct going on here. Had a ferret now. We might put in Hayley. This is her mum. Another very nice confirmation ferret. Nice. I've just seen Maisie come up, Star come up out of there and run down there. There she goes, look. Just let Hayley go. She's working the burrow good, really good. And I did see something encouraging then. That's her mum I put down, and they lived together. And they ran into each other over here. They both came together, and rather than just follow her mum around, she actually just took off in her own direction. And that's I like to see that sort of thing, a little bit of independence. don't mind if ferrets follow each other around, but it's a good thing to see when they do their own thing. Just going to drop Maisie in as well. Give her a little bit of a run. There's a bolt hole right there, look at that. Little Maisie, you see Maisie, the difference in it with her feet, and I've showed you before with her. Might not even be a hole, is it? Looks like it. Oh yeah, it is. Off she goes. There goes Maisie. So Maisie, Hayley and Star. Thought we might have got 1 or 2 out of this. But there's Star. Back down. Ran back down. Star. She's hunting good, isn't she? Off she goes, there she is. Just took off up that way. So she's working the burrow really well. I'm impressed. She's meeting my expectations. I've got very high hopes for that ferret. Dogs. Not sure whether they heard something or not. Oh, they might have got onto something. I'm pretty certain that they've got onto something now. Let's just hope it's big enough to get away from them. Whoop. There we go. Fleet's got him. Oh, yeah, he's got him. What a catch, mate. Good boy, mate. Bring him to me. Come on. Good boy. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Wait. Come. Good boy. That's a good boy. So the bolted one. Good boy. Good boy. Good dogs. Good girls, eh? Good girl. There you go. I'm not sure who bolted it, but it came out, the only one that's not netted. I could have got out there. It was one of these two. I sort of thought they might be onto something. When Hayley doesn't show her head, normally it's because they're onto something. Like I said, she's in and out a bit, so the only time she stays down is when she's chasing something. Good catch by Fleet, wasn't it? Fleet, leave him alone, mate. Good boy. Good boy. And I'm pretty sure there's something else in here. I'm pretty sure. None of these ferrets have showed their head whatsoever. That looks like, is that Hayley? Yep. Hayley, back down. That was Hayley. There she is. Oh, it's Star. It's Star. Back down. It's going along good, isn't she? Hayley. That was definitely Hayley. So that was Hayley, not Star. And she's over there at the bolt hole now, back down. Maisie. Can't call it her Hayley, but it's Maisie. Just seen her then, she's heading up that way. So she came up there, came out of there, went in there, came up the bolt hole, showed her head here, showed her head there, and now she's going up there. But we haven't seen Hayley for a little while, so she's a real savage. She'll be on something for sure. That's Star. That was Star. That's Star. We'll just let her walk out. Here she is. Did very, very well, little girl. Back down. We don't want to teach her bad habits, so we'll let her walk clear of the burrow. Here she is again. Back down. Might just gut this rabbit. Oh, just seen a rabbit come out and hold on. Yep. I was unlucky enough to catch that one. So there is another one in there, at least one. Pretty stubborn today, aren't they? But it is pretty windy. So just put in the comments what you think of Star, mate. Like, she's going good. There she is. And I'll just there's Star on her first day, first rabbit near a burrow. That's what I'm talking about. mate. Look at that. Never seen a rabbit in the field before, ever. My rabbit. So let me know in the comments what you think about her, guys. But see, she's a beautiful type ferret. Yeah. We'll just leave it so she thinks it ran back down the burrow, and off she goes looking for it. So you can see what sort of ferret she's going to be, can't you? Gives you an idea. Day one, first rabbit you show her, bang, locks onto it. I'll pick her up if I get a chance. All right, there you go. And that's all we want to do with her for a day. Like, she's done enough. So put in the comments what you think of her, guys. Beautiful type ferret, isn't she? And she'll grow a fair bit more too. She's still very, very young. I've been praising her pretty highly to a couple of people that I know. There's Maisie now. Back down. And you notice with Hayley, you notice with Hayley, like I said before, she's in and out a bit. She's only in and out a bit when there's nothing in the burrow, when she can't find anything. She's impatient, it's probably a better word. But a ferret with a lot of very, very strong traits. Like the traits that she's strong in, she's extreme in. Her aggression's extreme. Her prey drive's extreme. Her conformation's fantastic. She's very, very good to handle. She's very friendly. Friendly is not really the right word. She's single-minded, but she would never bite you. Let's just say that. Never. That type of ferret would never bite you. But she's not the perfect ferret, and it's very hard to get one that's perfect. But the areas that she's strong in are high on my priority list, and she's extremely strong in them, which is why I was so keen to get her and to introduce her into the breeding. And I'm expecting her kit will be even better. Just put her mum in over here. That's where I've seen the rabbit go. And we haven't seen Hayley for a while. Here's Hayley, all the way up here now. So good start from young start. I'm impressed. Well, look, I'm not really impressed because I sort of knew. I've been putting wraps on her for a little while now. It's Hayley. Maisie. Top. Fleet can hear something over here. That's where that rabbit hole hopped. I'd say Maisie's got that. definitely something going on there, definitely. All right guys, I'll turn this camera off for a sec, but there's something going on. It's going to go flat and I've got to go get another battery. What I might do is just drop Star back in as long as she's not sleeping. It looks like, oh no, she's not sleeping. So Star and Haley's still down. I just put Star back in the box just so she could run a few things over in mind, what she's just experienced. And now I've entered her again. And that's the thing with a ferret of the type of what Haley is, she'll miss a few. But I understand that. I understand her type, and I've had a few of them. They're very, very handy, make no mistake. And they've got her good traits are so strong, you can't not keep them. You just can't. But she'll miss a few. And you got the other extreme, like Chewy. Those type of ferrets don't miss many. Rip's the same. They're very, very methodical. They don't miss many. But the downside to that is sometimes they can be a bit over enthusiastic and thorough. And what I mean by that is when the burrow's empty, they continually work it. Sometimes with experience, they get better at that. And they learn that when a burrow's empty, they don't work it anymore. Usually as they get older. Like I said, hard to get a perfect ferret. I'm nitpicking, but when you're trying to continually improve your line, you have to. You've got to see where the areas of the ferret that's weak, and what you hope to do is introduce it to a ferret that's stronger in its weak areas and still okay in the other ones, and put them together to try and get a more rounded ferret, if that makes sense. But it's hard to do, very, very hard to get a ferret that's strong in all the areas. I've got a few that are strong in quite a few, but it's still not, I don't own the perfect ferret, far from it. The reason I put Star back in that burrow there, the one that Fleet's shown a lot of interest to, is because I suspect that Haley is on a rabbit in there, that one that hole hopped. Very, very persistent ferret, that Haley. I might just grab these other ferrets out just to give them a run. There's a little one hole there. I just want to give them a run, that's all. I've got them out here, so I may as well. Get back to you. Storm, Tess. Yeah, Storm. Down straight away. So those four I put in are very experienced. as opposed to the other three that aren't. Although we've already got Haley back. So we've got 6 ferrets down. Jess and Tess, Tilly and Storm, Maisie and Star. Oh, I got it out straight away. Hoo, 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 hoo. He's got him. He's on. He's right on today. Didn't he? Goes to show that rabbit's been running around in circles in there. The other ferrets can't keep up with it. Good dogs. Good dogs. Okay, mine. Mine. Big buck. Mine. It's like a storm out behind it. 2 of them out behind it. Storm. Very, very good ferret storm. Very strong in a lot of different areas. Right up there. Look at this, look at that rabbit, it's all chewed up. Yeah, I don't know. It's, wait till you see it. The ferrets have almost killed it. So that's what they've been doing all this time. Move, move, move. I'll just show you, look at that. Almost killed it. That's what Haley and that's been, Haley and Star have been in there for so, Maisie and Star have been in there for so long, and now you can see why. There goes, that was Storm. Tilly, the other one's Tilly. And they took a little bit more persuasion than what they were getting to get moving. Add in a couple of older, experienced, aggressive ferrets, and out they came. Although one of them came out, it was almost chewed up to pieces. It was almost, another couple of minutes it would have been dead. I'll start to pick these ferrets up now when I get a chance. Still haven't seen Maisie. I'll pick her up. Tilly. breeding season's not all that far away, is it? So I've got to make some room for the next generation of kits. So I will be selling some pretty good working ferrets pretty soon. If you're interested, message me, write in the comments, and I'll get back to you on it. But I will be selling some really good working ferrets soon to make room for the next generation that's coming along. I'm trying to improve the line all the time, so you've got to make room for the improvements, the hopefully improvements. So I haven't seen Star for a while either. Star and Maisie. But it was more in Esparo than I thought. Thought we might get one, maybe two. They've pushed 3. But very stubborn today, I'll tell you. Very stubborn. That last ferret to come out, mate, geez, I'll tell you what, he got chewed on for a while. He was almost dead when he came out. That's another trait with ferrets. Some ferrets, they grab them on the eye, or they just grab them anywhere really, like Trixie. Which is why Trixie, look, she kills a few, but not as many as a ferret like Grace. And the difference between them is Trixie grabs them anywhere on the head, anywhere, it doesn't matter, eye, bottom of the throat, top of the head, and once she gets their head, she doesn't let go. And if she's got their eye like that one, she'll stay on them for ages because biting them on the eye won't kill them. Ferret here, you can tell by how the dog's acting. Back down, that was Storm. It looks like Storm. Storm. Real good ferret, mate. A lot like Trixie and Nisha. Oh, I just seen Star then run up that way. Pretty quickly too. It was moving really fast. Storm went that way, Star went that way. So quite impressive young Star, isn't she? Really, really working good for a first time ferret. Just a real natural hunter. Very, very fast on her feet. I see that in the back garden when I get her out. She's real good on her feet. And already at this early stage, I can tell you now that by breeding her with Spike, we've improved a couple of areas in that kit, the next generation from Haley. She's already, the Star is better in some areas, which is what we were hoping, I was hoping would happen. You're trying to correct those little areas that you're trying to make stronger, and I can already see that she's a bit better in some departments. I won't go into it now, but I'll explain it as we're using her later on, and we start to see her a bit more. Right. Jess. So Jess and Tilly still got Tess and Storm, Star, and Maisie. Oh. Dot, 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 dot. Showed her head down and ran back down. Not sure which ferret it is, but it's working the burrow hard. She's right over there, that'd be a Storm, moving that quick. It's actually Tess, that's Tess. Oh, there's Storm there. That's Storm, Storm, Tess. Storm's a real squirmer. Oh, still Star and Haley. Alright guys, we're probably not going to get any more out of here now. The 4 experienced ferrets are already out. And we're just waiting for Star and Maisie now. When they come out, I'll pick them up. So it's been about another 5 or 6 minutes and I just seen Maisie show her head there, turn around. Actually, it was there. Show her head there and then goes. She came out of there, ran straight down there. Came out of that burrow, ran over there. And she's still working, like she was moving pretty quick. And that, even though the burrow I'm pretty sure is empty, she's still working it pretty hard. So that type of trait of persistence in the really large burrows where you want to, when you want a ferret to work them really good, that type of ferret is very, very handy. You put them in and they just work the whole time. A bit like Rip, only Maisie is a lot more persistent. She just doesn't stop. And she doesn't the thing with her is lately, is she's not coming out till she's tired. She doesn't stop working though, that's the thing, that's the good thing. You always see her every now and again at a different hole, moving pretty quick. So it's not like she's just sitting in there, she's actually moving pretty quickly through the burrow. Doesn't show her head a lot. Haven't seen Star for a while since we put her down. So she's had a really good run for her first time, but as soon as I see her, I'll get her as quickly as I can. Alright guys, I might start packing these nets up. I'm pretty sure there's nothing else in here. There's Maisie. Dot, 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 dot. See what I mean? Dot, 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 dot. Still working. Just no interest in coming out, just wants to work the burrow. Here she is. Back down. Oh, she's showing her head a little bit now, so she's getting the idea that there's not much else in there to chew up. Here she is. Back down. Alright, we got Maisie back. And she was in there for a fair while, wasn't she? So it's just Star now. rabbit just came out. I just finished packing the nets up, and a rabbit just bolted out and ran over to there. Came out of there. And Star's the only one in there. How's that, eh? And all them ferrets through, and that thing would have been wherever it was hiding, came out and ran straight over there. All the other ferrets except Star are in the box. So she's bolted one on her own eventually. I would have put my bloody house on that this burrow was empty. Just goes to show we put 6 other ferrets we've had in there. And some pretty good ferrets. And they still couldn't get that one out. Oh, dogs act like that. Oh no, they're just excited, I think. There she is. How's that, eh? Still working. You're a star. Amazing. There you go, guys. That's impressive, mate. She's been in there quite some time, maybe 20 minutes, and she's still working, as you just seen. Bolted a rabbit on her own and now still looking for it. Probably doesn't realise it's already run out. Just straight after I picked the nets up too. Oh well, what do you do? Oh, that's got all the nets packed up. I had 8 nets down, they're all picked up now. Good to see Star still working the burrow. A little bit over persistent, but you know, for first burrow she doesn't know. It's up here. So if I see her, I'll show her a dead rabbit and she'll come out. Showing a lot of stamina, this ferret. Here she is. Alright, got Star back. And she is a star, mate. Bloody hell. Beautiful ferret, isn't she? Big, long ferret, mate. Alright guys, that was pretty successful, wasn't it, for a first time ferret? She did really, really well. I think she'll be something, and I've been saying that, praising her pretty highly to a few of my friends, saying look, I've seen a few kits, I really like what I see. So we've all had a good look at her. Very impressive. Let me know what you think in the comments. That's my opinion though. People can have different opinions. Let me know what you think in the comments. Alright guys, I'm not going to do any more. It's very windy. I'll be out again tomorrow morning nice and early, and we'll get a bit more footage. I'll probably go back out to Colin's place with a few of the ferrets. May take Star again. Like she looks bloody fantastic. She doesn't even look tired at all. Showed an extreme amount of stamina for a very young ferret. That's going to be it for another day. Been very enjoyable except for the wind. Whatever you're doing in life, make sure you enjoy, because it goes past just way too fast. Bye for now.